look at unified communications, there are two aspects of it. One is what we call the unified communications applications market. So there you have basically discrete applications, like for example, you have email, you have mobility applications, you have instant messaging, you have the conferencing applications, audio, video, web, plus you have the telephony application. So when you say unified communications, it is really all of these discrete applications either combined together or used as a separate application. So it has a different meaning for a different for different organizations based on how they are using those applications in their organization. The adoption rate has been quite good. It's been improving for the past couple of years. In 2009, because of the business downturn, there was a lot of cutback in spending, and because of that, certain applications like enterprise telephony, it suffered a major decline, and customers didn't really, were not really interested in spending on applications like telephony. However, certain other applications, like for example the hosted applications around hosted email, around conferencing services and audio conferencing and web conferencing, they really saw growth in spite of the recession. So I would say it has been quite encouraging in a difficult time. Other than money, you can say it is a complexity in a certain sense. If you talk about true unified communications, what it really means is that you're trying to combine two or more applications, like for example email with mobility, with video, for example, into a single set of a suite which can be used by the employees of the organization anywhere at any time. So that is something that organizations are still struggling with in terms of understanding how do they really deploy such an application. The other restraint that I would say is that different vendors have different kinds of portfolios which they term as unified communications. So the differing definitions is what creates confusion in the market. I think it is the promise of greater productivity, reducing costs and all those things. So if you look at single applications, for example, let's say if you take hosted email, or you take video, or you take any other application, I think the big promise that customers see is that by adopting this application and moving the infrastructure, combining the infrastructure and making it more cloud-based, it's something that they can really gain in terms of productivity, in terms of cost for the organization. So yeah, I think if you look at contact centers, the contact center model has been slowly shifting to a hosted contact center model. So by hosted contact centers, what I'm trying to say is the applications, like for example the voice application or the IVR application, is hosted in the cloud. So when that happens, you're using a cloud-based infrastructure, and you're not really, in terms of definition, actually using any of the UC-based applications itself, but you're using more of a cloud-based infrastructure. So in that sense, I would say it is a usage of UC in very specific environments. Another thing is that certain vendors, when they have the UC solution portfolio, they typically include contact center applications in them, because that's their business model. So if you take someone like Avaya, for example, who have very strong contact center solutions, they would tend to put their contact center solutions, even if it is a hosted contact center solution, in their UC portfolio. So it's a little bit of I think in 2009 the market for the total unified communications applications was around $3.2 billion in Asia Pac, and this includes telephony, which is your traditional telephony, your IP telephony. It includes email. It includes all kinds of services, hosted services, things like enterprise applications. It includes social networking. It includes video. So this $3.2 billion market, I think, will increase by about 10 to 12% in 2011. Although that growth will differ for different kinds of applications. And in this kind of differing growth, I think we can expect the hosted applications like audio conferencing, web conferencing, to really have a much higher growth in the range of 20 to 25% versus something like IP telephony or email to have a much lesser growth.